Unique facts about Michael Jackson. One of history's most well-known singers is Michael Jackson. Over the course of his career, he encountered some challenges related to his skin tone, and after he retired, he made media appearances for his peculiar behavior. But what about Michael Jackson is so intriguing, and what about his music is so infectious? These odd Michael Jackson facts are things you probably didn't know. 1. Jackson's father forced him to play music. Joe Jackson, Michael Jackson's father, made him and his siblings practice music when they were young. If they played the wrong note or made a mistake, he would frequently strike or whip them. Joe had the intention of keeping Michael and his siblings off the streets and out of gang territory. As a result of their upbringing in this manner, they never had many friends. Growing up in this environment put a lot of mental pressure on Michael and forced him to be the best at what he did musically. 2. He lived in a theme park. Some might consider this to be a dream house, while others might find it a little strange. Michael Jackson converted his ranch into a hybrid between a home and an amusement park. The amusement park featured a petting zoo, carousel, Ferris wheel, bumper cars, railroads, and roller coasters. The name of the ranch, Neverland, was taken from the fictitious home of Peter Pan. The land measured 3,000 acres, 12.14 square kilometers. He may have paid anywhere from $17 million to $30 million, according to speculation. The ranch is currently valued at $100 million US. 3. Jackson took his llamas to the recording studio. Jackson kept a variety of animals on his ranch, including 2 very special llamas, in a petting zoo. They had the opportunity to accompany Jackson to the recording studio, and their names were Lola and Louie. One particular day, when Jackson worked with Queen's lead singer Freddie Mercury, they were included, which caused a significant uproar. Jackson chose to bring along his pet llama Louie in 1983 while working on a recording project with Mercury in Los Angeles. Mercury did not like how this started to happen frequently. This is cited as one of the reasons why the song recordings weren't finished, among others. 4. He appeared on television in the Soviet Union. In the Soviet Union's first Western ad campaign, Jackson made an appearance in 1988. Michael Jackson was able to pass through the Iron Curtain, which separated the USSR from the rest of the world. Jackson appeared in Pepsi Company advertisements after many years of service with the company, and later the two of them co-starred in one for the Soviet Union. Since the 1960s, Pepsi has been marketed throughout the USSR and is one of the few Western brands that are permitted there. The Pepsi commercial would feature Michael Jackson performing Bad. The singing was not dubbed into Russian, but the screen did display Cyrillic text. Jackson was not well known at the time because the Soviet Union forbade its citizens from listening to his music. He made 2 performance trips after the fall of the Soviet Union, in 1993 and 1996. 5. Michael Jackson was gifted £5,000 elephant. Actress Elizabeth Taylor gave Jackson an Asian elephant as a gift in 1991. Jackson gave Taylor the elephant in exchange for letting her hold her wedding on his ranch. The elephant, which Jackson named Gypsy and weighed about 5,000 pounds. 6. Jackson has a medical center named after him. On January 27, 1984, while Jackson was filming a Pepsi commercial, his hair started to burn. Pyrotechnics were the cause of the incident, and Jackson sustained second-degree burns to his scalp. Jackson underwent rhinoplasty surgery as a result in order to conceal the scarring. Jackson received money from Pepsi as part of an out-of-court settlement. The California medical facility that treated Michael's burns received a $1.5 million donation from him. The Michael Jackson Burn Center was the name given to the burns division at the Brotman Medical Center in California as a token of appreciation. 7. Michael Jackson's skin color changed because of skin disease. A picture of Jackson taken at the beginning of his career and one was taken at the end will show a significant difference in his appearance. His skin tone was one of the most contentious and obvious changes. There are numerous other ideas and theories, but Jackson's doctor diagnosed him with vitiligo, a skin condition where the color of your skin changes. Many people think that he deliberately changed the color of his skin because he was embarrassed by the color of his skin at birth. Jackson did have vitiligo, an autopsy revealed after his passing. He also experienced a variety of mental health conditions, including body dysmorphic disorder, which is thought to have played a significant role in his change in appearance. 8. In 1992, Michael Jackson has crowned king. Jackson made a tour stop on the west coast of Africa in 1992, and the people there welcomed him with open arms. He was so cherished that a small Ivory Coast village elected to crown him king. The tribal leader crowned Jackson King Sani and gave him the name Michael Jackson Amalamanano. The village of Krinjabo hosted a complete ceremony that featured dancing and drumming from the local culture. For his coronation, Jackson wore a traditional gown, and documents were signed to formally declare him king. Up until his passing, he was still king of the Ivory Coast. Some claim that he is the legitimate heir to the Sanwai tribe and that his ancestry is from this region of the world. Jackson was buried in Southern California despite the chief's request for an official burial for the king when he passed away. Despite this, a two-day ceremony honoring his memory was held, and more than 1,000 villagers from the area showed up. 9. He invented gravity-defying shoes. You may be aware of his famous moonwalk and the fact that he can lean at an angle that ought to be nearly impossible for humans. All of this was brought on by his shoes, which defied gravity. Jackson received U.S. patent number 5,255,452 to use in his illustrious performance. Jackson was the master of the moonwalk, despite not having invented it. To hold him in place as he performed his stunt defying gravity, the shoes had slots that could clip into the stage. Sadly, the patent ran out in 2005 after Jackson didn't make a payment, so the design was public knowledge. 10. Jackson became an action figure. That's right, there was a Michael Jackson children's doll available alongside toys like Barbie and G.I. Joe. A Michael Jackson doll was created by Street Life in 1997 for the European market. When Jackson recorded the music video for Black or White in 1991, the image was of him. It was released concurrently with Michael Jackson's HI Story World Tour in Europe. There was also a singing doll that performed a snippet from his well-known Black or White hit. This doll depicted Jackson as he appeared in 1991 while on tour. Another doll created by Street Life sang a snippet from Beat It. Jackson was dressed in red in this version.